Welcome back, guys. Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we're going for a test drive at a 1972 Chevy C-20. This one here is believed to be 350 under the hood with power brakes and power steering. It's also a 4-speed transmission, Stepside, two-tone paint job. By the end of the video, I'll be walking around pointing out any kind of chips, scratches, rust, flaws, whatever I could find, so stick around to the end if you want to see that. For now, it's the test drive. Look at maplemotors.com for financing and shipping options. Also 100 detailed pictures of every car on the car lot. With that being said, sit back, relax, hit subscribe. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, place your bets. You think the horn works in this truck here? It's a game we like to play on the channel. Looking around the interior here, nice blue seat. Dash is in pretty good shape. Looks like somebody installed an aftermarket radio. We'll be trying it out. The shifter. Start her up. Starts up pretty good. The tach, unfortunately, is not working. I can show you the miles. It's hard to stand behind the mileage on a 1972 model, but oil pressure gauge seems a little out of balance too. Gas gauge, we need to stop and get that. Make sure we don't run out. Wipers, oh yeah, they work. Blower motor, I feel like I hear it. Yeah, blower motor's working and there's heat, so I don't need that on right now. We'll cut that down. Got some blinds. You know, everybody needs blinds. And then headliner, looks like they tore it down. The glue's still up there. I'm gonna scrape that off and just leave it the way it is. Horn, did you place your bets? It doesn't work. Not surprised. Turn signal. I don't see it popping up on either side of the dash right here, so that means both of these bulbs are either out or the switches are bad. And what we'll be doing is I'll pull up to the camera on the ground there, and I'll show you the front and rear lights about midway through the video. For now, let's hit the road, see how she runs and drives. Might put some newer seat belts in here. Go ahead and put them on. I'll tell you what, it's getting hot today. That's all right. I'm ready for summer to come back through. 65 degrees in Tennessee. This is the first time I've driven this. I noticed the clutch was a little sticky on it, so I'm gonna have to get used to that. Try the radio out. Just kind of sitting in there. Looks like it's wired up. I don't know why it's not cutting on. It's got a little TV on it. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the road. Yeah, that clutch is a little stiff. I'll get used to it. I'm assuming Granny low there. Woo, she jumping. Get that tight. We'll use it. I don't think we need it every time. Look at that. That low gear. We can just take off in a second here. Brakes, they're working good. Cool. So we got ourselves some brakes. Anything I see, I will let you know. That's why I do these videos. Speedometer's coming up on the dash there. As far as going straight down the road, pretty straight. Steering's pretty tight too. She's low geared. We'll get out of everybody's way before I start slamming on brakes and stuff. We got to make an errand run and pick up a bunch of t-shirts. A whole bunch of new Maple Motor shirts coming out. Be sure to check down in the description. You can get the link to the page where all the shirts are. I just listed them a couple days ago. Brakes do not feel bad at all. I just can't slam them yet. Everybody's congested on traffic here right now. I like to really get into the brakes, but I mean, just softly touching them like this, it's stopping perfect. Coming out slow with the clutch on purpose there. Sticky throttle too. There we go. Need to grease them lines up. to softly push it and it goes pop. Same with the clutch. Clutch is letting out like that. But I'll tell you what, it's nice and smooth going down the road. Other than that pop on the throttle. I had the same thing happen in some of my personal cars, and I just greased the line from the top and let it drain down. It was smooth as butter after that. I may even throw some grease on it when we get back to the lot. When I say grease, WD-40 down in the line. Something thin where it'll travel. For now, we'll just punch it. Good test drive too. This is where I go to every once in a while. I'll get some cool shots right over here in this back parking lot. There's usually nobody there. We're going to use that parking lot today with this truck. That's when we're doing the undercarriage shots, which will be coming up next. It's where I drive over the camera, light up the undercarriage, and put it in slow motion. Nobody's behind us. Sit and brake. Oh yeah, stops fast. Right across the street here is where the shirts are. And I don't get everything, all the designs. I usually just get the let's go for a ride to give away at the lot to the customers buying cars, or people traveling from out of state. Most of the time I'll give you a shirt. And I keep running out of them. I actually went through like 600 or 700 shirts in the last 4 months. That's quite a bit of them. And I'm going to pick up another. I don't really even know. It was like $2 worth of shirts. Let's see, I can't remember exactly where this place is. Oh, there it is. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'll show you what I'm getting in, and we'll keep rolling on the test drive. Later. Okay, we're loaded up on new shirts. Sweet, you want to see them? Let's see what we got here. This is actually the first time I've seen the red. But yeah, let's go for a ride. Pretty sweet. Let's see this side here. Sorry guys, throwing the camera all around. It's about that time. Does that seem familiar? All right, let's continue this test drive. Go find a parking lot up here. All right, time to roll out. When we get back to the lot, we're gonna do the picking out the flaws segment of this video. Walking around, pointing out chips, scratches, flaws, and everything we can find. Gas gauge was floating around, so I do believe it works. I don't think we're actually gonna have to get fuel in this. This thing sounds pretty good. Pretty decent motor. I'm starting to get used to the clutch. Finally. Maybe it's just getting less sticky, I don't know. So we gotta take a left turn if we go left up here on top of the hill. Maybe a little bit sticky trying to get out of there. I think it'll be all right. You gotta manually turn off your turn signals. Ooh, there's not much traffic right here right now. Take advantage of that. Maybe. I like this old truck. Bit of a different route today, ain't it, guys? So far so good. I think this truck checks out. Steering's good, and other than the gas pedal and the clutch being a little sticky, which I've gotten used to now, it runs and drives great. It's going into all the gears, the steering's straight, the brakes feel good, the throttle, I mean, no hesitation. Just takes all the fuel that you throw at it. So we're pulling back into the lot right now, and that's when I'm gonna do the walk around video. So stick around, I'll be right back. Hey, check this out. I'll throw you an ad. Back at the lot. It's that time. Let's walk around this truck, point out chips, scratches, flaws, anything that I can find. We'll go ahead and get started up here in the front. Look at the detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. I have 100 on every car on the lot. I noticed one thing was leaking up under here. It looks like this fitting here, it's got a little bit of brake fluid coming out of it. Let's see, it's kind of leaking down on that. Let's see if we can look at tightening that up, maybe getting her to stop. It almost looks like the seal right here on the cap's leaking down onto this and then dripping onto this, which in return drips down there too. So it may just be this seal on this cap. Okay. Front end. You can tell they replaced that bumper. Headlight bezels, trim, grill, all that stuff looks fresh. Or at least newer than the original. Somebody's replaced it in the last 5 years. Coming down this side, you got some paint runs in the front. Tires on this one look great. Up and over, you can see how they did the two-tone. Looks like they just taped it and edged it. You got a couple little dings and spots and chips, rust at the bottom here. more or less paint chips. There's a bubble there, it could be rust. You got some rust right there as well. I can see through. Let's see through that. Bubbles, 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 and rust. Coming around, chip here. That cab right there has been mudded. Look at that. The whole bottom portion here got Bondo in it. Been around. Steps got a bunch of dings. Up and over. Not the best paint job in the world. Still looks pretty good for an old truck. It's got lots of little dents and scratches and flaws coming back on this midsection. See, there's a few dents down in here. Big old crack right here. Cracks in the paint up the top. Look at that. Turn signals. I bet that didn't pop up on the drive over video. New door handles. Mirrors. Nice and clean. Scratches on the windshield. Big scratches. Seal looks pretty good around it. It's like some putty up here on the top. Up top here, big cracks. A dent right here. See where the roof's flat. You can hear it. Chips. Got the blinds. Seal looks good around the back window. Some holes in the bed. Right there in the corner. Crack. They bolted that in. I was gonna pick it up. Carpet there. Nice. I've never seen anybody use that. It's a good idea though. It works. Looks like fairly new tail lights. This was actually lighting up. Dent down there. Back bumper. Decent shape. Bed. Looks real solid to me. Coming down this side. Big old crack right there in the Bondo. Up and over the fender. Paint run. Hole right here in your steps. Couple holes in the steps. It's like the same thing on this side. Tape. I don't know why they taped it. We'll pull it off. Why not? What do we got going on here? I'm gonna yank it off. Looks like it got some holes. See how they taped up some holes back here? Golly. That's what they were. I know that's there. I'm having a hard time getting it off. But we know that's behind there. Looking down this lower portion here. Some of that good stuff. There's some rust down here in the corner. Up and over the fender. Little paint around there. Back that midsection. It's usually the lower portions which get the rust anyways, which will the water fall down and get trapped. It's got some light scratches here. A spot there on the paint. Mirror looks pretty good. Got your light. I don't believe it works. I haven't tried it. We'll try it out. You got some light scratches and scuffs right there around your handle. You can see where the gas kind of poured down there and ate away the seal. How's they found matching pipes like that? Got a few dents in the bed right there. Spots cracking up here. Chips and stuff right here as well. Seal's gone around a bit window. Front window on this side looks pretty good. Same kind of stuff up here. They painted over. All right. Yeah, I do feel like that's what's happening. You see how it's kind of running right here? It would drip from there to there, which would drip down here, down that pipe, down to that, into there. And it may even be dripping off the end of here. So this seal on the top, probably old. Oh, it wasn't buckled in the back. That's gonna be your issue there. It's still full, and the seal doesn't look terrible, so. And it feel like it's seated, but this back wasn't buckled at all. There we go. I'm gonna use some guitar fingers. All right, maybe it won't do that anymore. At least it's still full. Spot there. Looks like they re-glued the weather stripping and taped it. You got rust down here. I don't know what that wire is. Oh, speaker. Door panel on this one. Down around the edges underneath. That's pretty solid. It's got a patch up here in the corner, but most of the time it's all the way through there, and it's not. So when you see it, a lot of times it'll keep going on it. Flooring's old in this one. Seat looks great. It's got a little spot here though. Look at that. You just look at it. Like I said, the headliner was probably up there at one point. You can see the glue across the dash. And if she's in neutral, she actually starts up really well. Nice and quiet. I seen that temp gauge come up. I think it was working. I just don't know how accurate these old gauges are. Like, oil pressure shouldn't be past H. So, what about this? Do we try it? Do we even try it here? It doesn't even spin it. You gotta have it screwed in tighter. See if it works. No, it's not cutting on. Yeah, it'd have to be screwed in tighter there so that it'll spin it up. Yep. It looks like it should work. That bulb doesn't look old at all. Let's flip it one more time. And it kind of looks like it's wired in. It's not on though. Okay. Well, push her back down. That's it. Motor's quiet on this one. Strong, runs good. Under the hood looks solid. In the middle, around the edges, actually you got some rust. Look at that. The rust around the edges on the hood here. Coming down with it. All right. Got detailed pictures pointing out the flaws as well. I try not to miss anything. Try to be honest and upfront with you. So go ahead, hit subscribe, share, hit like, and we'll keep making these videos. I got some more test drives to do today. Check out our Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all our social medias. Pretty much every one of them we're on. And join us, because I post different content on all of them, especially Facebook here lately. I do appreciate you watching. MapleMotors.com has financing, shipping, all the detailed pictures, and all of our inventory is updated every Monday. We have a complete section here on YouTube of cars currently available. Go to that playlist, check it out, see what you like. Later, guys.